So my name is Volkhardt Muller. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, and today between the three of us we'll be presenting The Common Line, a collaboration between artist group Blind Ditch, who I am a member of, geographies at University of Exeter, and digital developers and enablers Controlled Frenzy. What you're seeing on this map of Britain here is the Common Line, which is the longest straight trajectory that can be possibly drawn across mainland Britain without crossing tidal waters, either on the coast or upstream. The idea behind this is that this line up there is completely landbound. Our proposition is to engage a wide public into planting its entire length with trees, both physical and virtual, with a focus on augmented realities. We are proposing digital imaginaries to widen inclusion, but also because of how they resonate with the idea of a renegotiation of land use, and the human relationships people have with land across the UK. What you see up there is a mathematical calculation. It was done by a GIS expert at the University of Exeter, and it's based on a comparison of all the points of UK coastline at 10-meter intervals, or nodes. The length of the entire thing is 882 kilometers, divided into 44,000 planting spots at 20-meter intervals. And that's the minimum density required to meet the definition of a linear forest. Such a thing exists in theory. The Common Line does not stand in the traditions of monumental land art practice, in that it will ever only happen as a dispersed project wherever and whenever relationships of care evolve locally. And that's what we have to work on. To some extent, it will always be a feat of imagination, and we see it very much as an engine for debate, powered by the promise, but also by the challenge and the provocation of physical tree planting across a whole variety of places across the whole of the UK.
Good morning, I'm John Wylie from the University of Exeter. So Volkhardt's introduced the line and how we mapped it. What you see here is one of the outcomes of the work that we've been doing over the last 6 months, funded through this Immersive Experiences programme. We've been designing virtual reality and augmented reality trees, and this is a tree created by Volkhardt that we have planted, as you can see, digitally at what is the midpoint of the line in the Highgill Fells in the Yorkshire Dales National Park, another candidate for the Centre of Britain. So this was a great opportunity for us to begin to think about how to prototype and test user experiences of the Common Line as we can move forward with the project into the future. And I'll hand over quickly to Chris.
And as part of this project, we've got to develop the digital apparatus, the platform behind the scenes that makes everything happen. So behind the scenes, there's a data system that holds the Common Line as a database, with all the different points and classifications and content with it. And in the centre, we're looking at tools like AHRC and AHRC, focusing on AHRC because we mostly had iOS devices, and then selecting content from that database based on your location. So just using that as a search to find where you are and being able to plant the correct 3D, 2D, artist-led tree in that position.
And just quickly begin. One, two further. Perhaps the images we've shown so far have given you the kind of impression that this is a rather pastoral sort of project. And of course, the line goes through various types of topographies, terrains and landscapes. One place that we've been investigating in particular is a more urban setting in Hounslow in West London, which is near the Teddington Locks where the line crosses the Thames. And let's pass back to Chris to talk about the image on the far right, the artificial tree intelligence tree.
So one of the great things of this project has been the opportunity to really explore the line and find the different places where it crosses and environments it goes through. But to do that, we need to create content for every single point on the line. So we've created an AI tool, a generative adversarial network, which generated a random tree for every single point along that line. So to us, the line is complete in a sense that there's a bit of content for every single point. Now, part of our follow-on funding, part of our plan for the future is to fill that line, to replace those AI trees, those computer-generated ones, with human-generated ones that have been designed and made in Tiltbrush or any kind of creative tool and brought into the immersive experiences. From there, we hope to replace those artist-made trees with real planting, eventually building these new imaginations, building those new experiences, creating the line for real in place. So we invite you to come join us we're just down in the corner in the demo room, explore some of our augmented reality trees on point, and visit us at thecommonline.uk and help us build a linear forest.
Thank you very much.